Hello, so today I'm going to be showing you my June setup, and I'm really excited about this one because it involves my little people. They are the decorations for this month's theme. I've done a couple of videos with these. I did an Arteza gouache or gouache, however you say it, gouache paint, and I did one previous to that where I just did a little picture of me sort of sat in my office with all the important things to me sat around the room. So if you're interested in finding a little bit more about me, then head on over to that video, only if you're interested, obviously. And let's talk a little bit about this cover page. So I decorated it with lots of little people. So the first one is a sort of, I want to say a French man. It's a bit stereotypical. I'm hoping I'm not offending anybody, but I thought he was so cute. So I put a little snail on his head and some sort of garlic around his neck. And then the next one is a sort of slightly curvier little person, sort of looking at that little ice cream quite excitedly, I suppose, and just a little girl, one that I've drawn before, and I just like her character. Then we've got the pirate, and then I did a couple of frightened little people like this one because I did like a sort of vampire, a little vampire person. I never used to sort of do things like this. All my little people were straight on facing ahead, in exactly the same position, pretty much exactly the same facial expressions, and I've been having so much fun playing around with different facial expressions and different actions and doing different things. So I've really been enjoying just expanding my art and changing it and doing new things with it. It's quite exciting, and I know it's not real art because it's sort of kiddie looking, and but I like it. I think they're cute. So I love them, and I forgot how much I enjoyed doing them, so I wanted to thank my dad again for reminding me about them, because I've had such a nice month, just playing around and testing new things and that sort of thing. So there is my title cover, front June main page spread thing, whatever you want to call it, with some of my little people. And I tried to do as many sort of different characters and different expressions and all that sort of thing, just to make it interesting. And I swear I'm going to have so much fun filling this spread out. I am working on sort of scanning them in, so that you can possibly print them off if you wanted to, and then put it in your bullet journal as setups. So I'm going to try doing that. I'll post if I manage to do it, because I'm a bit worried about how it's going to fit on the page and whether or not the dot grid spacing is going to be off and all that sort of thing. But I'm going to try and do that, and I shall put it over on my Patreon page. So that will be another feature for my patrons. Once I get the hang of it, I'll try and upload every month the spread that I've done, so you can use it yourself if you wish. And so this is the monthly page, and yeah, it's the same layout I've been using. I still love it. I did decide to go for a complete black and white, sort of, I want to say monochrome, is that right? Sort of theme, because with all the little people and all their different characters and things, I thought I could either go full cover. Here we go. I could either go full color and just make it really bright, or I could just do it in sort of very muted tones, to make them sort of stand out. And I just think it would have been a little bit too busy if I decided to if I decided to color them. Oh dear, 1 second. Sorry, I've been battling a chest infection and it's sort of coming and going, so they've given me medication to dry the cough up, so cross your fingers that it disappears, because I'm getting sick of it. Anyway, I'll stop complaining. So on this page I had the little happy one seeing the mouse going, ah, look at the mouse, and then I had the sort of other one going, ah, look at the house. Sorry if I've just like killed your ears. I'm all excited because I really like this spread. If I could sort of improve on anything at the minute, there's lots of things I'd like to improve on, but right now I'd really like to be able to get better at shading. Look at my little cat. She's actually here right now while I'm narrating. She makes it very difficult for me to work because she's got an obsession with my hair, like really obsessed. She just constantly wants to chew it. Does anybody else have a cat that's absolutely mad about chewing hair? That's a bit off topic. But yeah, here I've got my master tasks list with my progress bar. I've made it smaller because I found that I just didn't need the space. And then I've got a little space there for July because throughout the month I get loads of ideas about stuff that I'd like to either include in a new spread or things I want to talk about in the narration of the video. And I never have anywhere to put it, not in one place. Stop it. So I end up sort of scattering notes about and then forgetting bits, or I just don't write it down. So I really wanted just a little space to be able to chuck all that stuff there. So I've added that. That could work equally. That could work just as well for anybody that's sort of got a project that's ongoing that they need to. So I suppose it's a brain dump page, but I've put it by my sort of projects bit and my tasks bit because it just made sense. So yeah, and then we've got the little birds. I have to say I'm not happy with any of these birds. They just look really weird. They're just really silly, but you know, I like them. They're all right. They'll do. And then the productivity level tracker, I skipped that setup because it's boring and I do it every spread. I do have a sort of tutorial-y thing about the productivity level tracker if you wanted to find out more about how to do it, but it is sort of, it's in my January setup. I think it's called a fresh new start or something like that, and it's sort of in amongst that somewhere. But lots of people have asked me about it. So I don't know. Would you like a video just simply dedicated to that and nothing else? Let me know in the comments, and because that's something I can I can't talk today. That's something that I can definitely work on. Yes, so I've got my everything tracker. That's exactly the same as normal, except I got the little snail. I also have a video on that one, so I will link how I use that spread. And then the habit building page, I've actually changed a little bit. So I've given myself less habits to track because I just can't keep up with them. And then I give myself a timekeeping. I did change some of the habits I'm building. So I've put art in there and Patreon because I'm going to start uploading that more often. And then I've also added a nap or a rest because I've been having to take a hell of a lot of those lately. So, and then the hours section, I'm going to use like a bar graph with how many hours I do any of these activities. So I've got work, rest, home, which is sort of cleaning and that sort of thing, and kids, because I wanted to make sure I'm spending, you know, balanced amounts of times doing those things. And then here for the next, I think it's 3 pages, I'm just doing some little faces with different expressions of these little guys or girls or they. I just wanted to literally just practice expressions and faces and that sort of thing. So for feeling, I've got sort of some different emotions. And then on my line a day and food log, these are less sort of emotions and more just sort of, I suppose they're emotions. I don't know, what would you call them? But yeah, so I've done some little people faces. I didn't give them any hair because I figured they could be any gender or neutral gender or anything like that. It doesn't really matter. And yeah, so my line a day, and then I've got my food log, and I did these sort of more creepy, spooky looking things. I suppose it would be more for because I did a pumpkin one, so I think it would be more appropriate for October, but I just thought they were so cute. But I'm really excited about making some October pictures and things now with my little people because I've got some really really creepy and weird ideas for them. Well, if you've been watching my channel for a little while now, you'll know that I've been a little bit obsessed with Casey Golden. And she suggested in one of her videos, to get better at your art, to do, like she does, well, if you don't know her, she does these drawing prompts from a book. So it sort of takes her out of her comfort zone and gives her ideas for different things to draw and stuff. And I thought, oh, that's such a good idea, because I want to get better at drawing and just being able to do these little pictures and images, because maybe one day I'd be able to make, like, or illustrate a children's book or something like that. I'd love to do that. Or just make sort of personalized little people, for people's kids, or stuff like that. So but I just didn't know where to start. So I've decided to take Casey Golden's advice and do some of these drawing prompt things. I've just bought myself a book. I haven't actually gone into it yet because I haven't had the time, because I have made the decision to close my shop. If any of you don't know, I'm actually a seamstress, and I started the business years ago when Tristan was about 2 years old, because my ex-husband sort of just up and left us when Tristan was about 6 months old, and I didn't want to have to, use benefits and that sort of thing. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with having to use benefits, don't get me wrong. I did have to supplement my income with benefits, and I'm so grateful that that system is in place for people like me. But it's not something I wanted to rely on. So I thought, I'm not very good at working for other people because my health is just not great. So I'm probably best off working for myself. So my nan was a seamstress and owned a little shop in our town, and she yeah, sort of, I thought, what could I do? So I decided maybe I could open a little shop, because I used to do a little bit of sewing with her. So I decided to do that. Long story short, I opened a shop for for me and Tristan to earn us some money, and it's been going for about 7 or 8 years. But as my health has kind of deteriorated, I haven't been able to go into the shop for a long time. So I finally made the decision to close it down and let it go and focus more on my Patreon page and this YouTube channel, and all these sort of things. So I will be posting a lot more to my Patreon page and hopefully more to this YouTube channel. And yeah, I'm a bit sad about it, because it was the first real achievement. I think I was 21 when I opened the shop. I had no idea about running a business or anything like that, but I knew what I wanted to do, so I did it. And I've held on to it because it was like my baby. It was such a big achievement for me. But it's time to let it go. So yeah, what I'm basically saying is I've quit my job to be a YouTuber. What am I doing? So yeah, any support would be greatly welcomed, but obviously just you watching these videos is support enough. But yes, if you'd like to see more of my stuff, I will definitely be posting more on my Patreon. Please let me know if you'd like to see me draw more little people, because I would love to do more of that on this channel, but I don't want to frighten people off, because I know you're all here for the planning. But yes, I really would like, so I was thinking maybe I could do some of those drawing prompt things like Casey does. I'm hoping that's not stepping on any toes. I don't want to seem like I'm copying her, so I will always let people know that she's my main inspiration. So if you'd like to see some more of those pictures, please let me know. Here I've got a new spread. It's a relationship care spread, and I made it because somebody on Instagram asked me to design one. So I thought, yeah, sure, that sounds like fun. I've not done that before. So yeah, if anybody else has any suggestions or things you'd like me to try and design for you around your life and your lifestyle and your work, let me know, and I'll try and work on that, because it's fun, and now I'm going to have more time. So I decorated this page with just a little girl and a guy. It's not supposed to be me and Lee. This looks nothing like us. Yeah, so the relationship page, I'm not going to go into it because I've just made a video about how it works and what it's used for and that sort of thing, so I will link that. I decided to use it just for fun because I thought, well, I've made it, why not give it a go for a month and see how it goes. So you'll see the whole of that in the flip through at the end. I did actually also add another 2 pages. It's my gratitude page and my thoughts page. And on the thoughts page, I did a little mermaid because in art stuff, people do mermaid, and I didn't want to be left out. So I did a little mermaid, but I didn't film it. I don't know why I didn't film it. There's just no footage there, so maybe I turned it off and forgot to turn it back on. I don't know. But you'll see that in the end flip through, and I really, really liked that little one, my little mermaid, and there's like a cat on the gratitude page. But I added a thoughts page because I don't know, I just think it's a good idea because my line a day and my feelings page I write in, and I find that really useful. But sometimes I kind of want to just write other stuff that's not to do with what I've done in the day or how I'm feeling. So I've given myself just 1 page for that. I haven't dated it because I can use it whenever and however. But that's it for this spread. I really, really, really hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, I shall see you in the next video. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy my channel and its content. I will link my Patreon page in the description. And yeah, that's about it. I'll have all the links and things to this video in that little icon, or the, here we go, in the icon or in the video description, along with all the sort of supplies and pens and notepads and stuff that I'm using. Yeah, that is it. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to put a poll up there as well to see if you'd like me to do some of the sort of drawing prompts. Yeah, I love that page. I really like it. Hang on a minute. There she is. There's my little mermaid lady. Okay, thank you for sticking with me if you have done this long, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you very much. Goodbye.